First news is Arne Slot set to get huge Florian Wirtz favor ahead of Man City game in FA Cup. Second news is Elliot Anderson outlines transfer priority amid Liverpool and Man City links. Welcome back to the LFC Transfer Hub, your number one source for everything breaking at Anfield. Arne Slot set to get huge Florian Wirtz favor ahead of Man City game in FA Cup. Liverpool could be boosted for this weekend's FA Cup clash, with Florian Wirtz set to return from international duty well rested. Wirtz produced a star performance last week as he was involved in all four of Germany's goals during a 4-3 win in a friendly away to Switzerland. The Liverpool star scored 2 stunning goals and assisted 2 more, and Die Mannschafts's attention is now on Monday's friendly against Ghana in Stuttgart. Ahead of the game, Germany boss Julian Nagelsmann said that Wirtz is among the players that he intends to manage carefully due to the amount of minutes he has played recently. The game is viewed from a slightly different perspective, Nagelsmann said. We need to rotate a bit to manage some players who are returning from injuries or are under a lot of strain. Joshua Kimmich, Serge Gnabry and Florian Wirtz have had and continue to have many intense matches. I'm not completely blinded by my own ambitions and I'm not going to force it through at all costs. I also need the clubs. After Wirtz's stunning performance in the win over Switzerland, Nagelsmann addressed the criticism that was aimed at Wirtz earlier in the campaign as he defended the player's sluggish start to life at Liverpool. Wirtz joined Liverpool with huge expectations on his shoulders but started his Anfield career slowly, failing to register a goal or an assist in the Premier League until December. The German's influence has slowly started to grow in recent months, and he is now an important creative outlet for Arne Slot's team. That was a completely normal situation that affects a young player, Nagelsmann said. He's someone with emotions and first has to deal with facing criticism. At that intensity, it wasn't justified. We grew even closer, had many good conversations where he really opened up. He's intelligent and very open and you get a lot back from talking to him. He can take a lot from that phase and come out stronger than ever before. Despite being just 22 years old, Wirtz has already made 38 appearances for his country and will be a central figure in Nagelsmann's team during this summer's World Cup. And Nagelsmann thinks that Wirtz will be one of the world's best players for many years to come if he continues to apply himself in the way that he currently does. What sets him apart is his commitment, covering so much ground and working so hard as a left attacking midfielder is exceptional, said Nagelsmann. He's already a name in world football, and if he keeps this up, he'll remain at the very top for a long time at any club because he's unbelievably good and always has the necessary energy. Florian Wirtz names the man responsible for helping him through Liverpool struggles. Florian Wirtz believes the challenges he faced settling in at Liverpool have made him a stronger player, as he highlighted the crucial support of Germany manager Julian Nagelsmann during his opening period on Merseyside. Wirtz, who briefly became the club's record signing when he arrived from Bayer Leverkusen in June, initially found it difficult to reproduce the Bundesliga performances that prompted his £116 move to Anfield. Nevertheless, Wirtz has gradually adapted to the English top flight and claimed Liverpool's Internal Player of the Month accolade for January, with the No. 7 currently boasting 6 goals and 7 assists in all competitions. Adjusting to the intensity and physicality of the Premier League has proved demanding for Wirtz, but the attacking midfielder insists he is now a better player as he enters the closing 2 months of his maiden campaign. It wasn't an easy phase, Wirtz told Sportschau. It's sometimes good that things don't always go upwards and that you experience a dip and grow stronger because of it. That's how I see it now as well. It has made me a bit stronger. I had to overcome resistance and adapt. I had to learn to become stronger and hold onto the ball. The coach, Julian Nagelsmann, always supported me during the difficult phase after my move to Liverpool and always had an open ear for me. He gave me tips and reassured me. That has brought us closer together. Wirtz netted twice in Germany's 4-3 victory over Switzerland on Friday evening, including scoring a beautiful curled finish from well outside the penalty area. However, the playmaker is expected to be rested during Monday night's game against Ghana. Speaking ahead of the game, Nagelsmann named Wirtz as one of the players he anticipates giving a rest to. The game is viewed from a slightly different perspective, Nagelsmann said. We need to rotate a bit to manage some players who are returning from injuries or are under a lot of strain. Joshua Kimmich, Serge Gnabry and Florian Wirtz have had and continue to have many intense matches. I'm not completely blinded by my own ambitions and I'm not going to force it through at all costs. I also need the clubs. Second news is Elliot Anderson outlines transfer priority amid Liverpool and Man City links. Nottingham Forest midfielder Elliot Anderson insists he is not thinking about his club future ahead of what is increasingly looking like a busy summer for the 23-year-old. Anderson has impressed in a difficult season at the City ground and has also become an established England international. He is even pushing for a starting berth in Thomas Tuchel's side at the World Cup. Unsurprisingly, Anderson is being linked with a move to several of the Premier League's clubs, with Manchester City featuring prominently in reports amid uncertainty surrounding Rodri's long-term future. However, it's expected Forest will demand an exorbitant fee for Anderson if the club avoids relegation. Liverpool has also been credited with interest in Anderson, with TalkSport claiming earlier this month that the Reds are keeping close tabs on the player. But the former Newcastle youth team graduate said he is not thinking about anything beyond the World Cup. Obviously, we've got the World Cup this summer, so all my eyes are on that, he said ahead of Tuesday's friendly against Japan. Playing for England, I've got the badge on now, so that's all I'm thinking about at the moment. I want it that way to be guaranteed a start, but I've got a season left with Forest. I've got plenty of games and there's plenty of time until then. I've got to keep my standards high and make sure that happens. The central midfielder has started all 31 Premier League matches for Forest this term and played in all 6 England games over the autumn international breaks. Manchester United has also been linked with Anderson, and it seems likely his time at Forest will come to an end this summer. Liverpool.com understands the Reds are looking to strengthen in midfield ahead of next season, with Crystal Palace's Adam Wharton among the club's targets. With United, City and Liverpool all expected to be on the lookout for a new midfielder this summer, the need to qualify for the Champions League is vital for Liverpool to provide the most attractive offer possible. Curtis Jones' future looks uncertain heading into the summer, while Alexis Mac Allister has been linked with a move away from Anfield and revealed he has not begun talks over a new contract yet.